And we're back in action here at the Regional Athletic Complex in Salt Lake City, Utah. I am Liz Entwistle with the North American Invitational Sevens. This is girls U18 Open Division taking place. We have the Mambas out of Idaho wearing the black and white, flanking off against the Fullerton Lady Lions. This Fullerton team is a side that also runs a lot of adult rugby too, a team that does a lot with their community. They mentioned participation in their Pioneer Festival and much more, doing some work with the Sheriff's Department and serving some underserved areas. I was just informed by the Mambas coach that they are a combination team. They're representing 3 different high schools from Northwest Boise, from Capital, Nampa, and Eagle. So they've got many different clubs represented. We're getting a few quick roster updates as some of the jersey numbers have changed. And what we're seeing now is a scrum down to the Fullerton Lady Lions side. This is a Fullerton team that is from Southern California. They actually have opted out of some of the competitions there because there's been a lack of teams to play. So by playing a little bit more of an open schedule, they've been allowed to travel more and get more competition. Just a moment here. Well, again, we are updating the rosters. But action on the field. We saw advantage being shown. It is the Mambas that come away with the ball, stealing the scrum. A little tricky to tell their numbers. They do have these camouflage jerseys. So we will do our best to get you all the player names. And we see the Mambas striking first. We'll get a quick review from the referee. Is it a try or a knock? And he indicates try. So that'll be the Lady Mambas going up first, opening up 5-0 win, or 5-0 lead so far. Yesterday in action, the Mambas took on Furies Rugby, winning 27-0. Also had a game against the Coastal Dragons. That was a 22-7 win for them. And then a tie, a draw against the Utah Barbarians, 21-21. So similar to our women's elite competition, the Mambas and Lady Lions are playing for a spot in the finals. This is a round robin between 6 teams. We have the Coastal Dragons, the Lady Lions from Fullerton, Furies Rugby, the Idaho Grey Wolves, and Utah Barbarians. So a lot of these programs featuring players from multiple schools coming together to play higher level sevens. And the Mambas undefeated yesterday, a 2-0-1 record, looking to add to the win column. Yesterday, the Fullerton Lady Lions fell in a heartbreak in their first game, losing 21-20 to the Coastal Dragons. Later in the day, we saw them 26-0 falling to the Utah Barbarians, and they did have a win 22-5 over the Idaho Grey Wolves. Some of the other games, a little bit of a parity between the teams, or a little bit more, I should say, of a bigger difference. We saw the Utah Barbarians win 46-0 over the Idaho Grey Wolves. Coastal Dragons, another 33-7 victors over Furies Rugby. So Coastal Dragons falling earlier to the Mambas, but winning against Furies, and a lot more action yet to come today. It was the Idaho Grey Wolves also over the Furies, 22-14. We have action mostly on field 2 when it comes to this girls U18 Open bracket. So we'll do our best to update the scores when we can. And it's Mambas again scoring yet another try off of the set piece, coming from the scrum, right under the post. It's going to 10-0, adding to their lead, pending the conversion kick. So these Idaho Mambas coaches have to be pretty pleased with their execution off of the set pieces here. The kick is missed, so the score will hold steady at 10-0. The Mambas leading the Fullerton Lions. The Mambas kicking off to Fullerton. It's Fullerton with the ball, an unfortunate knock. And again, getting some number updates from these players. Number 21, we don't have quite listed, so we'll see if we can get some information out of their coaches when it comes to halftime. So this will be another scrum for the Idaho Mambas. See if they can replicate their first 2 tries and add a third off the set piece here inside of the Fullerton Lady Lions territory. And it's Lady Lions disrupting, coming away with a steal on the scrum here, looking to the weak side of the field now, trying to find that open space. Solid run by their number 21. The pass just missing, and it looks like the Mambas with the ball. So the Mambas able to come away with a steal. Then looking forward to some of their additional competition. Later in the day, this Mamba side is going to face off against the Idaho Grey Wolves at 11:40 a.m. That'll be a game on field 15 here at the the Regional Athletic Complex. And this Fullerton Lady Lions side will face off against Furies Rugby at 12:20, also over on field 15. So the Mambas on attack once again, wearing the black and white camouflage jerseys. That is their number 2 carrying the ball.
You're moving pretty good for an old guy.
That's Kelsey Smith. Tackled into touch by the Lady Lions, but a knock forward first, so it's option the Lady Lions going for the scrum. We'll get a good view of the action here right in front of the commentary booth.
Yeah. Who are you going to play with? The Pirellis. Pirelli got spare tires.
You see the put in by their number 6. We have it listed as Samantha Rangel, but I think that some of these Lady Lions jerseys numbers have changed, so my apologies to any of their parents and viewers back home. So I have the scrum reset, and this time it's the Mambas that come away with the steal. The pass away from Jaquel King, wearing the number 9. And looking to go sideline to sideline here, this Mambas team trying to find the open space, looking for the areas that they can attack this Lady Lions team. Aggressive on their defense. There was a knock forward, so we're going to see another scrum down to the Mambas. And we're sitting right at the end of the half. We'll see if the referee allows one final play. It looks like there's enough time according to his clock.
To cover that, I mean, this year is negative. We finally got back to positive, but to cover that cost and to be able to travel, I don't have to wait. Start early enough and really organized and get parents and everybody.
We'll see if the Mamba side can get one last try in before the half, but we see advantage being shown to the Lady Lions, and with that, it will end the half 10-0. Mambas out of Idaho leading the Fullerton Lady Lions. Plenty of action yet to come. 7 more minutes to play. Anything can happen. Just a 2-try lead for the Mambas over Fullerton.
Commitment. It's the measure of every great player and of every true fan.
Hey, we got the most important chair.
It powers supporters as they push their team to greater endeavour and drives the world's finest athletes in brutal but beautiful confrontation. Every ruck, pass, kick and try, ratcheting up the excitement until you can give no more. Commitment is in our heritage and in our future. Bonded by rituals, behaviours and values, a shared passion for the greatest game on the earth. It inspires us to push boundaries, constantly innovating for the good of the game. Rugby is not just about winning or losing. True commitment is all of this, and more. And what makes rugby is what makes Canterbury. Each shirt is crafted from the very fabric of the game. So when you pull on Canterbury, professional, amateur or supporter, you're wearing more than just a shirt. Canterbury, committed to the game.
No, have you wrapped this? Why don't you get on?
So we'll start Levi.
And we're back for the second half of action in this girls U18 Open contest. It is the Mambas from Idaho leading the Fullerton Lady Lions. I do apologize before, I did misspeak when I mentioned them not playing. They've played a ton in the SoCal region quite deep. They're the 3-time SoCal champions. They've reached the finals 9 times. They're the national high school champions for Division II in 2013. And in the Cal State Games, they won gold in 2013, silver in 2014, and in 2015 as well. So they're the first girls high school team in SoCal. Their coach, Robbie Pereira, has done a fantastic job. He's been coaching with them for 11 years. He coaches the SoCal Griffins U19s as well. And he mentioned that back in 2010, they toured Sri Lanka and played the national team there. And this is a team that's done a ton with their community, over 1,500 kids coming through their camps. Their captain, Brittany Vasquez, her dad, Jorge Vasquez, managing the team. And then, of course, their co-captain, Nikki Wynn. So Fullerton currently trailing 10-0, but on the attack now. An early try could provide a huge change in momentum for this game. The earlier first half was a lot of the Mambas, a lot of set pieces. They've got the numbers towards the outside. And it's daylight for number 8. She's going to lay down a stiff arm, see if she can get that ball in and down for a try. She's just barely short. Solid defense from this Mamba squad. And now we see a penalty shown. This is going to give the Lady Lions a chance to score a little bit of open play, but can't quite connect on the pass. Referee says play on. Ball still went backwards. A solid run by their number 1. And a try under the post for the Fullerton Lady Lions. We got some insight from one of our referees, Vaha Sikia, talking about some of the players on the field. Says number 1 is a playmaker. That's the motto of his Rugby 12 Academy, is be you, be a playmaker. Fantastic referee crew that we've had this weekend. Referees flying in from California, from Seattle, from Las Vegas, and of course our local Utah referee crew as well. Doing a lot of work yesterday. I don't know that any of these refs got much more than 1 game break between all the action, some of them going back to back to back. So if we have any fans out there in the Utah and Salt Lake area wanting to come out and lend a hand and run some touch, I'm sure the tournament would be happy to have you. Of course, referee development, a big part of this tournament. We're developing these athletes, these young women, these young men that are playing this weekend here in Salt Lake City. It's an opportunity for coach development too, with these coaches getting to coach against more elite level competition. A competition like this as well, you get to coach against some of the best. Some of these teams very familiar with each other, playing each other in their states, but also playing it at tournaments like the Las Vegas Invitational, New York Sevens, and more. So you get a little bit of strategy here.
Let's go, Arbol! Let's go quick!
See a hard tackle attempt here by the number 1. A bit high, says the referee, so it's going to be a penalty to the Mambas. The score holding 10-5. The Mambas leading the Fullerton Lady Lions. Still 4 minutes of action in the second half of girls Open U18 play. So you see the Mambas with the ball, passing out to the side. That player is isolated. We're going to see a hard shoot coming from this number 1. She's been aggressive on her defense so far. The Mambas still coming away with the ball.
You're gone. Straight up, we gotta clean that up.
And we see the ball passed forward, indicated by our referee. It is going to be a scrum to these Fullerton Lady Lions. Right at halfway. We'll take this little break in the action to say hello to a couple of Fullerton alumna. Hannah Gothrow, she ran track, she played soccer and ended up playing rugby. She moved on, played her college rugby for a couple of years at Notre Dame College in Ohio, was a 2015 USA Division II MVP, that Notre Dame College side, winning the national championship. She's since transferred to Lindenwood University in St. Charles, Missouri, and has spent time playing with the senior Atlantis team, spent some time with their juniors as well, if I recall correctly. But we've seen Hannah playing in tournaments like Tobago Sevens, the Las Vegas Sevens, and then Anna Karen Pedraza, another Fullerton alum, played on multiple women's collegiate All-American sides, also at Lindenwood University, and their coach Billy Nicholas, of course, looking for some more athletes out of both these sides. This Lady Lions team from Fullerton, an excellent rugby program, but it's the Mambas that are currently leading 10-5, showing what rugby in Idaho is all about. They're joined here from the Furies team as well, another Idaho-based side. So this Mambas team largely drawing from Northwest Boise. The Furies team gave me some information on their club as well. A lot of their players going on to play at Idaho and Boise State, a huge coaching staff with a lot of experience. But back to the action on the field, a fantastic breakaway by this number 4 from the Lady Lions out of Fullerton, California. That is going to even the score at 10-10. We saw a tie for this Mambas team yesterday at 21-21 in some of their other pool play games. Going to be 10-10 pending this conversion kick. Fullerton under the post, a crucial conversion kick. We have 2 minutes left in the game. So the first half was all Mambas scoring their tries off of set pieces, scoring off of the scrums, but the second half it has been the Lady Lions out of Fullerton on attack. Fullerton in the green and gold, the Lady Mambas in the black and white camouflage. So this player now has 30 seconds to complete her kick. It is their number 7. The kick going and bouncing underneath the post, holding at 10-10. These players here for the game of 7s used to get 40 seconds on the kick. We had a law variations change, so now it is 30 seconds. So a little bit separate from the game of 15s where those players get up to 90 seconds. You would think that these 7s athletes need a little bit more time to recover and catch their breath. But no, it's the priorities on keeping the ball alive and keeping the ball in play. We're gonna have 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this match. Tie score at 10-10. This pool play action, we're going to see who advances on as the tournament goes deeper. 6 teams battling it out in the girls U18. And it looks like that kickoff was just 10. And it's the Fullerton defensive pressure causing a knock-on from the Mambas. This is going to be a scrum to the Lady Lions. 1 minute and 10 seconds left to play. So it's a well-placed kick and some well-placed defensive pressure from Fullerton, causing the error out of the Mambas, but it's anyone's game here in this game of 7s, and anyone's game here off the scrum. We see a solid drive for the Mambas. They come away with a steal. Referee says play on. We saw that the Fullerton Lions were set up. They wanted to go weak off the scrum so they retain their own ball. We saw adjustments from both teams then to cover them defensively. But it makes no matter. We have another scrum on the field. This time another scrum to the Lady Lions. We'll see if they keep their split back formation. They've got their number 1 aligned to the left-hand side, 2 backs out to the right. I think that's their number 7 and their number 5. Thank you. This time Fullerton wins the scrum. It's their scrum half number 6 with the ball in hand. And I believe that is their co-captain, Nikki Wynn. She looks like she's trying to go the distance, but a solid tackle from the Mambas. That is a drive-saving tackle. Coverage out of the Mambas, and it's a penalty to them.
Let's go quick!
It's the Lady Lions playing the ball on the ground. So this time it gives the Mambas a chance. There is no time left. This is going to be the final play on the field. So the Mambas are going to want to keep this ball alive, not taking any chances. Comes off the hands, and that is the game. It is another tie, 10-10 for the Lady Mambas. This is their second tie. Their team is 2-0-2 on the tournament, so still undefeated. Fullerton Lady Lions putting it on in the second half. 10-0 at halftime. 10-10 is the final. Some excellent rugby being played in this U18 Girls Open Division, and we'll check in with these teams later in the day. We will have some more of their games here on Field 1 at the North American Invitational 7s.